Scorpios, hi, welcome to this channel. This is your weekly reading for the week of July 21st. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and your rising sign. And if you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email to schedule a reading. Okay. Now let's see what's coming through for you. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Scorpio. Alright, your cards are Devil, Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and Four of Wands. Okay, so you have two major arcana cards here, and something to do with the home and relationships. A change is happening in that area. So yeah, it could be that you are traveling, you are or it could be meeting up with friends, family, a celebration, announcement is also something that's coming through. Announcement. So for some of you, it could be that you are moving into a new home, or it could be something to do with your career. It could be that you are taking a new position, or it could be that someone is visiting you or you are visiting someone. So something like that is happening. Yeah, this is manifestation, Scorpio. So whatever is happening is something that you wanted, knowingly, unknowingly. Sometimes we wish for things unknowingly, right? And yeah, so that's something that's coming through for you. Manifestations. On the other hand, this is also where Six of Cups actually came through for Libra as well. And Devil is ruled by Capricorn, and Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Sagittarius. So something to do with your social circle, or it could be that these signs are in your chart. So Six of Cups here is you something to do with memories here. It could be you thinking about someone, or it could also be past experiences. Storms, I don't know if you can hear it. It's raining. So yeah, it may have something to do with past memories, or it could also be you connecting with someone. However, you also want to check with yourself, where is this coming from? Is this something to do with relationships here with the Devil energy? So you might want to check with yourself how you are feeling in that connection. Is it something it could be that this is an energy that is always with you, so but however, you might want to ask yourself if what the relationship dynamic is, whether you feel a sense of freedom, whether if you can express yourself, whether you can be yourself in that relationship, things like that. On the other hand, it may also have something to do with possessiveness, and yeah, so possessiveness, attachments. So just be aware of that. Six of Cups here may have something to do with siblings, or it could also be childhood memories, childhood friendships, or it could be children. So, so home and family is something that's coming through. For some, this is also inner child healing. So it could be that you are thinking about your childhood experiences, or it could be you doing something for yourself. So the Devil energy is where you are feeling kind of stuck, where this is like it could be workaholism for some of you, or it could be boredom. Feel that complacency is what that energy is. Yes, everything is comfortable, everything is familiar, but not healthy. So I'm not sure what you are coming across, if this is a temporary situation, or if it may have something to do with health situations, because sometimes when we are going through some health related stuff, we have to then stay home bedridden, and then it won't be then possible. Those are the times when we really appreciate our health, all the things that we can do, but sometimes we choose not to do because of laziness, or what not. We come up with some excuses for not doing certain things, even though we know that this is actually good for us. So yeah, but when we go through some setbacks, then that's when we appreciate people in our life. It could be health, it could be what we are already surrounded with, things like that. So something like that is coming through. With the devil energy, it could be that either you are not well, so you are housebound. However, there is a change happening. So if that is something that you are coming across, it's now changing. Okay. On the other hand, it could also be you connecting with someone. It could be home and family, friendships, or it could be you doing something nice for yourself. So yeah. Appreciation. So it could be that someone is appreciating you, Scorpio, your efforts, or it could be you sending someone a thank you note, or letting them know like they are appreciated, basically. So Wheel of Fortune is here. Wheel of Fortune may have something to do with a trip. Yeah, and Wheel of Fortune is also completion. So, and Four of Wands here is also completion. So it could be that you are completing a project. It could be if home for some of you. So endings and beginnings is what that energy is about. It could be that you are moving into a new home, starting a new relationship, a new phase in an existing relationship, relocation, things like that. So let's see what's coming through, what's happening in the sky. I'm reading for the week of July 21st. On the 22nd, Sun moves into the sign of Leo. So we are moving into a new season. We are in Cancer season now. Cancer has to do with home, family, relationships, emotions, feelings. Cancer is water energy, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. And we are moving into Leo season, and Leo is ruled by the Sun. It has to do with light. It has to do with what lights us up. Our drive, passion, energy is what Leo energy is also about. However, Mercury retrograde is happening. It's tomorrow on the 17th. I'm reading on the 16th. So tomorrow Mercury is officially going retrograde. It's also happening in the sign of Leo. Now Leo energy has to do with self-expression, authenticity, and Mercury has to do with communication. So retrograde is all about moving back, slowing down. So what this energy could mean, what I'm intuitively getting is, this is a period when we are, it's a great time to connect with ourselves, connect with our own higher selves, and do something, engage in activities that are nurturing, nourishing. Also, it's a great time for self-reflection, because Mercury retrograde is all about going back and making amendments, redoing things, reevaluating, reassessing, things like that, to make sure if we are moving in the right direction. If we are creating experiences that we truly want to experience. If not, then if there is a course correction needed, then this energy also we will find the clarity, we will find the information, the inspiration to make the changes. and that usually happens when Mercury goes direct. Mercury is going direct on the 11th of August. So maybe during that's when we will come across some new insights, information, things like that. So now is a time we want to make some time for ourselves, for self-reflection, contemplation, observe what's happening in our life, the experiences that we are coming across, things like that. So yes, and on the 24th, we have a Leo new moon happening. And new moons are all about new beginnings, and that's what I'm seeing here with the Wheel of Fortune. This is endings and beginnings. However, new moon is also the time when the night is dark, and by that, what I mean is moon represents our subconscious, our emotions, our feminine nature. And this is also the time when we may not know how to move forward, what to do, the information may not be clear. So, however, again, like I mentioned, this is a time to set intentions. What is it that we want? Who do you want to be? What do you want to create? What do you want to experience? What do you want to do? Things like that. So setting the intention is always the first step, and and then it's also important to pay attention to our own intuition, signs, synchronicities, dreams, what we are coming across, because guidance comes in different ways. It could be through people, it could be through a billboard, it could be through like a book we are reading, a song we are hearing. So we want to stay open and be observant, and be aware of what we are coming across, because when we set intentions, we always find the guidance. So yeah, 24th is when the new moon is happening. On the 26th, moon will be in Virgo, and it's forming a square with Uranus in Gemini. Now, yeah, Virgo and Uranus is like opposite energies, and squares has to do with tension. So that can make us feel a sense of restlessness, and it could be that maybe certain things are not going the way we had expected, and then our first reaction would be to do something to make it comfortable for us. So control issues may also come up. So however, this is a time when we want to ask ourselves, okay, what's in my control, what I don't have control over, and how can I just let go of things that I don't have control over, or just accept things as they are. So because when we if the clarity is not there, when we are not sure about what's happening, and but we still make some decisions, if we still take action, then it always backfires. So yeah, it's important to sit with what's happening, to understand what's going on, in order to make sure that we are taking the right action. And yeah, so this could mean doing our research, asking the right questions, yeah, things like that, gathering information. So yeah, that's what's happening in the sky. But yeah, for you, these are your cards, Scorpios. Devil, Six of Cups, and then Wheel of Fortune. Devil energy could also mean other things, like something unhealthy, like patterns. So both these cards here has to do with patterns, habits, patterns that may not be healthy for us. But with this, it feels like there is a change happening. It could be that you are changing your routine, or it could be you coming across new insights, information which is helping you make some progress here, and change things up. So yeah, devil energy could mean when I said unhealthy, it could be food habits, it could be workaholism, it could be not working at all, procrastination, like putting things for another day, or it could be like the way we spend our time, our energy, and also overthinking is also what this energy is all about. So it's important to know, Scorpio, what is hovering over you, what is driving you during this period, this period meaning this week. So it's important to pay attention to what's happening in the mind. This is mind. And our mind sometimes takes us to places that we don't want to go, and that's what's happening here. So it's important to, what I want to say is this has something to do with determination, discipline, and commitment. Committing to yourself, and also letting your mind know who the boss is, because we just don't want, this energy is reminding you, do not get distracted. So it could be that, for instance, like, let me give you an example. Maybe you go to gym every day, and then all of a sudden one day you are like, okay, you know what, today I'm tired. Today I worked hard, so today I'm just going to take it easy. So maybe you are taking a break. However, this might happen tomorrow as well, and then you will find yourself breaking that new habit that you are trying to make, that you are trying to build. Yeah, the new habits. So if there is something new that we are doing, we have to make sure that we are doing it every single day, like we are being consistent. So it becomes we want to make it familiar. If it's not familiar, then we might fall back on old way of doing things, old patterns. So it's all about, if you find yourself falling back on old patterns, something that may not be healthy for you, then it's all about realizing and then picking yourself up and then restarting all over again. So yeah, it's about like challenging our own mind. And for some, this could mean time management. This could mean like doing your grocery beforehand to make sure that you are eating healthy, or it could mean not buying dessert at all. So even if you are craving for dessert, if it's not in your refrigerator, then what can you do? Maybe you can have some raisins, things like that. Raisins is actually good for us, is healthy. So something like that, or dark chocolates, things like that. So it could, maybe this is not what's happening. Maybe you are coming across something totally different, but I'm just giving you examples. So yes, let's see now what's coming through on the oracle cards. Yeah, for some, this is about you taking care of yourself, meaning, yeah, freedom is what this energy is, Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune here is an opportunity. This is where a turning point, Scorpio. This is where you are making some changes, but yeah, the opportunity is there. That's what I want to say. So if we are conscious, then it will be possible. It will be possible for us to create a breakthrough. Or, if we are not conscious, we might fall back on old ways of doing things. So if you are trying to make some changes, if you are trying to change your lifestyle, or if you are in whatever area this is happening, it could be relationships, it could be something to do with your career, it could be health. If you are trying to make some changes, just be aware of this energy, because mind is taking over, is what I am seeing here. And if it's know what's best for you, yeah. So let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Scorpios, the message is face your financial fears. Something to do with but I don't see that card though. However, you have 5 of Pentacles underneath this. So I'm not sure if this is a hidden emotion that you are not consciously aware of. Yeah, something to do with the codependency issues is also coming through, and also, for some, it may have something to do with um, the way, like it could be physical exhaustion. Um, Again, health related stuff is also coming through, or it could be emotional exhaustion. So keeping having faith is important, Scorpio. So if this is not something, because it was hidden under this energy, right? So what I'm intuitively getting is this is something that you may not be consciously aware of. So this has to be brought to the light. When we so something, again, something to do with our shadow sides. The yeah, the part of us that we ignore sometimes, that we don't pay attention to, that we, yeah, that's what shadow is all about. So um, yes, yeah, something to do with the perspectives, how you are seeing yourself, your challenges. um, Being confident is important. Having confidence and facing your fears is important. So know what is it that you are coming across. This energy may have something to do with fears. Sometimes fears hold us back from moving forward. It could be, so it's important to ask yourself what is it that you are holding on to and why. So it may have something to do with the old fears. Okay, so it could be, again, a job situation. It could be something to do with relationships, people you hang out with. Yeah, whatever the case may be, or it could be beliefs. So this has to be, yeah, you we need to be aware of what's happening, so then we can find solutions, right? So the message here is, when you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them. You see, be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you will realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self doubts. So, yeah, something to do. So, here, um, children. So, it could be that you, maybe you are a teacher, you work with children. It could be something to do with your own children. It could be inner child, inner child healing. Maybe patterns, something to do with patterns that you picked up early on in the childhood. Fears, old fear, yeah, fears, beliefs, things like that. But yeah, when we become aware of our own fears, it's about, also, instead of emotions, this is also about the facts, and asking ourselves, okay, this is how I am feeling, is this true? So consider the facts, Scorpio. So it's about, gathering information, asking yourself um, questions, having a conversation with your own emotions, to understand where they are coming from, and if this is really true, or if this is something your mind is coming up with. Sometimes our mind comes up with stories, and then if we are not conscious, then we will believe them, and then we will let these emotions make decisions for us, and then that always backfires. So yeah, something to do with inner stability, inner security, and focusing on your own strengths is important this week. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Please take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye bye.